Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 2K Rivals on NBA 2K23. Now, what is NBA 2K Rivals? I introduced this in the last 2K and NBA 2K22. I didn't upload every video of it. I still have the video, so I will upload those from time to time, maybe like during Throwback Thursdays or whatever. So what this is I take a couple of people, a certain amount of people. I create them, their positions, their heights, their jersey numbers, their attributes, whatever. I create them, I throw them in my NBA, and I play through all their seasons. This is including me too. So I create myself, and boom, throw them in my NBA, let them go through their careers, and just see. Let's just see who has the better career. Let's see who thrives better in their career. With NBA 2K23, they introduced eras. You know, they got the Magic versus Bird era, Jordan era, Kobe era, and modern era. So for this go around, we are going to go through each era to see who thrives better in each era. This is just for fun. This is something I just wanted to see. And I definitely had fun last year in 2K22 when I did this. So this should definitely be fun this time around. Now, when I did it the first time, there was 15 people. It's been jotted down to 9 with a surprise. And then once you see who's in the draft, then we'll see, rosters and things like that. Because I don't really know all these rosters that well. So we'll see how everything goes. So, off the prospect scouting, boom. Here we are. It's the 1984 draft. Of course, this is the draft with Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon in it. First person you see is me, CJ Rose. I am in the building. I am 6'6", 235. I will try my best to compete with the GOAT. Yes. Now, here's the other twist. Each of us have a little bit of player DNA in us. Now, as you can see, I am a combo wing. I am 6'6". What I did was I imported player DNA into us to give us the tendencies of either the player that we play with best or our favorite NBA player. So I tried to do that as best as I could. For CJ Rose, I imported player DNA of my second favorite player of all time, that being the Mamba, Kobe Bryant. May he rest in peace. So you're probably gonna be see Kobe Bryant in Magic versus BirdEra. It's gonna be crazy. But let's continue. Coming in at number 2 is Shaolin Ghost, which I actually spelled wrong. I spelled Shaolin wrong. I just realized that I spelled Shaolin wrong. I will fix that. I will fix that. But this is Shaolin Ghost. This is my brother Mike. He is a combo forward, 6'9", 250. Now, with Mike, his favorite player is Dennis Rodman. But I didn't want to give him Dennis Rodman, though. Because if you know Dennis Rodman, he was best for his rebounding and his defense. Which is what Mike kind of specializes in. But I didn't want to give him Dennis Rodman, though. Instead, I gave Shaolin Ghost the player DNA of one of the greatest, if not maybe the greatest defensive power forward of all time, and it's debatable. But I gave him the player DNA of one Kevin Garnett. He has the spirit of Kevin Garnett in him, please. Please understand what we're doing over here. You know what I'm saying? All right, coming in at number 3 is Mr. Shadow Stewart. This is a guy that I actually just met last week. pretty good in 2K, so I said, you know what? Let's add him. Let's do it. Why not? He is a combo wing at 6'7", 225. I didn't know who his favorite player was. I don't know much about him. Again, I just met him last week. I didn't know much about him. But when I saw him play, there was a certain person that he did use that made me go, you know what? I'm a instill that in him. So for what it's worth, he has the player DNA of one Carmelo Anthony. He is going to be a dangerous scorer, I promise you. Look out for him. Next up, we got Max Money. This is a guy also I fully just met last week, but I've known about for a while. This is Max here. Now, same thing with Shadow. I didn't really know his favorite player, but I did watch him play a couple of park games and rec games to kind of have an understanding of what we're going through here. So he is a combo big at 6'11", 260. So I said to myself, who does he represent for me? Who do I think he represents? So I decided to choose the greatest defensive center of all time. And God rest his soul, who just passed away recently. Rest in peace to the late, great Bill Russell. But we're about to see Bill Russell reincarnated because he has the player DNA of Bill Russell. Will he win all the championships when he gets drafted? I don't know, but we'll see. That's the fun of it. Max Money, y'all. Let's get it. All right. Going down the list, we got, say it with me now, Ayo the Don and the mother. Say it with me now, Ayo the Don, Ayo the Don and the Non. He's in the building, 6'4", 197. It's my brother Adam right here. Now, I do know this man. I've known this man for a couple years, so I do know his favorite player is Flash Dwayne Wade. And that's who he has as his player DNA. It's Dwayne Wade. And he will be a combo guard. He is a PG, so let's keep that in mind. Going down the list, we got Diamond Cash, who is my brother Rich. Now, Rich doesn't know much about basketball. I'll tell you that now. He doesn't know much about basketball. But if he did play, I kind of know exactly the type of player he would be. Now, I picture Rich to be like a Charles Oakley type, right? Just like that enforcer on the court. Just to start shit up when he wants to, right? Well, the thing here, I didn't give him Charles Oakley. No. I had to figure out exactly who the hell would he be. Who can I give him that makes sense? And a lot of people I've seen didn't really make any sense. So I said, let me give him a great. And I did. I gave him a Hall of Famer. I gave him one of the greatest power forwards to ever play this game, which he's a combo big, by the way. I gave him the mailman. I gave him the player DNA of Karl Malone. If you know how Karl Malone played back in the day, Mr. Cash is going to be something you're going to have to worry about. I'll say that. Going down the list. Wait, what? Wait, who is that? That's me. Yes. Listen. Couple things had to be made. And I made me twice. Because you see, Chris Hardy, if you've been on my channel long enough, you do realize this is the guy that I use for every 2K. This is the guy I've used for every 2K, every NBA Live, and every WWE game I've ever played. This guy right here. I've used him for everything. Now, both CJ Rose and Chris Hardy are both my alter egos, but I decided to split them both, and I'm making it a challenge. Now, as you can see, Mr. CJ Rose is the best out of all of us because he's gonna be drafted number. He's supposedly supposed to be drafted number 2, so he's gonna be best out of all of us. So our goal is to be Jordan and CJ Rose. I don't know. I had a lot of thoughts in my head, but this is me. This is me. This is me. This is Chris Hardy, my combo wing. Now, if you've been on this channel, if you know me personally, you should know what my favorite player is. So you best believe that I gave myself the player DNA of my favorite player of all time. And my favorite player of all time happens to be Le King, LeBron James. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You already know where we going with that. All right, moving down the line. We got the big man. The 7'2", 300-pounder. We got Mr. J. Blocks. That boy Jarrell. Now, every build in 2K, Jarrell tries to be one person. He tries to be the most dominant center of all time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to give you the most dominant center of all time. So his player DNA is one of Shaquille O'Neal. Will he be as dominant as Shaq? I don't know, but that's the fun of it because you want to see it. I think we're down to one more person, and there he is. My arch nemesis, my rival, the man I love to go to war against, and I love to go to war with. Ry Ruger, my brother Ryan. So, what possibly could Ryan's player DNA be? Simply, this was all too easy because Ryan always tends to play as one person. See, he thinks he's the GOAT. So we'll see just how much GOAT status you will be. Because he has the player DNA of one Michael Jordan. Be happy I gave him that. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all of us. Now, see, the thing about it is, we all have player DNAs of legends and Hall of Famers, but the thing about it is also we don't have their overalls. We don't have their attributes. That's the only thing I fixed was the overalls, because then we be coming in at 99. No, I've dumbed them down enough to be where if they get drafted, will be like high 70s. And in CJ Rose's case, he's a high 80. So, well, not a high 80. He's like 80. I think he's 82. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Don't be mad at the fact that CJ Rose is 82. Michael Jordan rookie is 85. Let's be honest. Hakeem Olajuwon's rookie is 84. Like, let's be honest here. I ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing wrong. All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna sim this. We're gonna sim the season, and we're gonna see what happens in the playoffs, who gets the first overall pick, and you already know how it goes. So it's a sim season. This season doesn't matter. Okay, so this is how this is being projected right now. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. They can do that. I control nothing. I won't control anything. The only thing I will have eyes on is the team that Chris Hardy is drafted, because again, that's me. So that's the only thing that we're gonna focus on is that. Just all that again. I have control of nothing. Seems the Lakers are first in their conference, which makes sense. You got Magic Johnson. Actually, that's another thing we should have looked at. Sorry. That's another thing we should have. We should have looked at rosters. What are we walking into? Well, we are walking into Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 24 years old. I wanted to be in a league where I can play against top five great centers of all time and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So he was 30, I think he was 36, 37 during this time around. So I made him 24, same age as one Magic Irving Johnson. So we're gonna have to contend with these two for a good couple of years. Going down the line, you got Mark Aguirre on the Dallas Mavericks. You got the New Jersey Nets, who really don't have anything but Otis Birdsong and Buck Williams and Daryl Dawkins. Rest in peace to Daryl Dawkins and Michael Ray Richardson. You got the Denver Nuggets, so you got Alex English and Kiki Vandeweghe, which I've learned you can't say on YouTube. I don't know why, and I think I just said it, so screw me. Don't screw me. Don't do that. You got the Indiana Pacers with Herb Will and the voice of 2K, Clark Kellogg. You got the Detroit Pistons before they were the Bad Boy Pistons with Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer. You got the Houston Rockets with Ralph Sampson. Don't think he'll have the ability to get Hakeem, but only time will tell. You got Elvin Hayes, old stuff at 38. You got San Antonio Spurs with the 28-year-old Iceman George Gervin, who was 31. So I lowered his age a little bit. You see where I'm going with this. And an old Artist Gilmore and a Johnny Moore. Look at John Paxton down there. Then you got the Phoenix Suns with Walter Davis and Larry Nance Sr. and Marcus Lucas, of course. Or Maurice Lucas, I'm sorry. Seattle Sonics. This is before the Sonics got to where they be, but you got David Thompson, the Skywalker. You got Jack Sigma, Tom Chambers, the other Skywalker, and Gus Williams. You got Portland Trailblazers with Jim Paxton. I don't know if they're brothers. I don't know Jim and the other one are. I don't know. But look at this. You got a young Clyde Drexler down there. So only time we'll tell what Drexler's gonna be. You got Fat Lever over there too. You got the Golden State Warriors with not much but Sleepy Floyd. That's all you need to know. Those are the best players. As you can see, Philadelphia 76ers, you got Moses Malone, and you got Julius Erving, who was 34, put him down 27. I want to know what it's like to go against Julius Erving. And you got Maurice Cheeks, and you got Bobby Jones. You got the crew over there. You got the Milwaukee Bucks with probably one of the, well, there's no probably. He is one of the greatest defensive guards to ever play the game, Sidney Moncrief. And you got Bob Lanier and Paul Presley and Marquise Johnson and Tiny Nate Archibald, 35 years old. You got the Washington Bullets. We don't really have anybody. I don't know who that really is, but I do know Rick Mahorn. I know that. And Jeff Malone. I kind of know him a little bit. Is that Mike Dunleavy? Definitely is. You got Chicago Bulls with Reggie Theus and Rod Higgins. That's about it. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers with World B. Free and Cliff Robinson. You got the Boston. You got You got the Boston Celtics with their big three. Actually, I'm sorry, big four, maybe big five. I'm sorry, maybe big five with, of course, Larry Legend. You got Kevin McHale. You got Dennis Johnson. You got the Chief, Robert Parrish. And you do have Cedric Maxwell. I think this is Gerald Henderson's father, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Kendall Gill done? Oh, it's Chris Gill. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm thinking Kendall Gill. He didn't even get drafted yet. You got San Diego Clippers before they came to the Los Angeles Clippers with Norm Nixon and Terry Cummins. Is that Ricky Pierce? That is Ricky Pierce down there. And James Donaldson. I know a little bit about him. That 7'2" monster over there. You got the Atlanta Hawks with a young human highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins. And you got Tree Rollins. And you got Doc Rivers. Is that Gus Johnson down there? No, it's George Johnson. I'm sorry. You got the Utah Jazz. Before Stockton and Malone came through, you did have Adrian Dantley. Got the Kansas City Kings with Eddie Johnson, Larry Drew, And you got them New York Knicks with Bernard King. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Bill Cartwright, I guess you want to go by that. All right, that's it. All right, so let's continue simming. Let's continue simming the rest of the season. Had to make that pit stop a little bit. This video is probably longer than I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. We're at the end of the season where Larry Legend is the most valuable player. 38 and 8, 59, 88, 62. Those are some that 62% from the 3-point line is un is godly, man. That's disgusting. Like that is disgusting. 62% from the 3-point line for the season? That's disgusting. That man barely missed. Ralph Sampson, Rookie of the Year, averaging 20 and 12 with 2 blocks. He's looking like a beast already. Six Man of the Year goes to Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale coming off the bench. You have Mark Eden, Defensive Player of the Year. Man, you don't know about Mark Eden, 7'4", 275. He came in at round 5. I didn't even know that. Most improved player goes to Sleepy Floyd. And Brad Nelson, who I don't even know who the coach. I don't know who he coaching, but he's the coach of the year. All NBA first team, we got Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Julius Erving, and Moses Malone. What did Julius Erving average? I'm just curious about it. He averaged 25. Oh, yeah. Prime Julius Erving. You love to see it. On NBA second team, Alex English, Gus Williams, Dominique Wilkins, Bernard King, and Jeff Rulin. I said I know much about you, brother, but you all NBA second team, so you must be a big deal. All NBA third team goes to the Iceman, Sidney Moncrief, Mark Aguirre, Kiki, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, averaging 22 and 11. All defensive first team. You love to see it. All defensive second team. Dennis Johnson makes it. Paul Presley makes it. And Larry Nance and Buck Williams. These are the rookies. So Clyde Drexler was a rookie. Dale Ellis, the sharpshooter out there. I didn't even know he was. Actually, I didn't even see him. I moved past him. Um, second team. All right, so these are the playoffs. Again, we don't really care, so we're just going to simulate through all the playoffs where the Jesus Christ. The Lakers swept the entire playoffs. Magic Johnson, Finals MVP. This is what we got to deal with. The Lake Show, who swept the entire playoffs. And it was the Lakers and Celtics in the finals, which is just pretty much how it would go. All right. So we're here. Let's figure out who gets the first overall pick. Let's see who gets drafted. Let's get it. We here.